Scenic Rim in Queensland, coming to you live for day 10 of my Santa's workshop. I can't believe we're at day 10. Only 3 more cards to go and we will have our 12 cards from our Santa's workshop absolutely complete. So welcome. I'm coming to you live from my craft room on Tuesday the 26th of November. I'm super excited to be here crafting with you again. I absolutely love this time of the morning hanging out with my crafty friends. So welcome. I can see quite a few of you are on. Del, you were on the first this morning. So good morning, Del, Suzanne, Jill. Lovely to see you. Hopefully people on Facebook get the notification because I don't know what's going on with Facebook lately with Restream. It's not sharing the events, but anyway, it is what it is. I'm super excited because I have something really exciting in my hot little hands, and I'm going to show you in a little minute what I have in my craft studio, which I'm super excited about, and my order arrived yesterday. So I'm not doing a catalog. I'm not doing an unboxing. I didn't buy a lot of things. I just bought a few things. We're able to pre-order out of the brand new mini catalog that's going to go live on the 7th of January. We're able to order out of it now. So I can tell you, if you like the look of this catalog, and when I actually do get to craft with some of the brand new products, which I will in my upcoming videos, but I am super excited. It's a lovely brand new catalog, and as I said, you can actually get some of the products and put them in a starter kit right now if you like. And the beauty of it is sale-a-bration is coming in January and February, but we're able to earn free sale-a-bration items. When you're a part of Stampin' Up, you can earn free sale-a-bration items, which I've already earned a few on that first order of mine as well. So welcome. I hope you're all having a lovely day. I'm sorry that I didn't go live yesterday morning, but I had a surprise visit from my mum and dad and from my daughter, and we were having a great family time. So I decided that I would hang out with my family as I don't get to see them very often. So I am so sorry that I canceled my live yesterday, but I'm here today to hang out with you and craft with you all. Hey, Marie, I was thinking of you. Welcome. Marie has joined my team. So welcome, Marie. We have a Facebook group, Marie. Are you on Facebook? Because we have a team Facebook page that you can actually join if you like. I tried to stalk you on Facebook, but we're not friends on Facebook. I did send you a welcome email only just last week, I think it was. But Marie, if you are interested in joining our Wild Heart Crafters team, our page, then by all means, please shoot me a message on Facebook, or do a search for the Wild Heart Crafters team page on Facebook. That's if you're on Facebook. So just confirm with me that if you are on Facebook, just type it into the comments. So good morning, Judith, Janice, welcome. Marie, welcome. Julie, Kerry, good morning. Lovely to see you. So I'm actually going to do a fun card this morning, and it's out of our team challenge. So we have a weekly team challenge that we participate in each week. So my team, and it's to help you with your creativity, and it's to get you out and craft. So I'm actually going to do the team challenge this week, and I'm going to create a card using the challenge that we have. Good morning, Glenda, Robin, lovely to see you. All right, so let's pop the camera. Actually, I just want to talk to you about a few things before we pop the camera down. So during the crafty cat has just decided to make an appearance in the craft studio. So he has decided to come in and craft with us. So good morning, Theo. You've decided to come and craft with everyone. He's been hanging out. Okay. So Marie, just find me on Facebook and send me a friend request, or do a search for the team page, which is called the Wild Heart Crafters team page. And I will pop you in there. All right. So anyone that purchases $150 or more, until I'm going to extend this shopping, I might extend it until Wednesday, till Thursday this week. Okay, so anyone that wants to purchase $150 or more, you're going to get a kit to make one of each of the 12 cards that I've created in my Santa's workshop. So that's a pretty awesome deal for $150 order. You need to scan that QR code there on the screen, and it needs to be an order using the host code to be able to qualify, and you need to do $150 or more. If you do a $200 or more, you will get a free embellishment as well. Good morning, Beck. Lovely to see you. Lovely that all of you are joining us. That's awesome. All right. So as I said, shopping and you can earn a free kit, which is really, really awesome. Now, talking about joining my crafty community, you can purchase a starter kit and it only costs $169, and you can put anything in your starter kit that is available online. If we have reduced priced products in our clearance rack, if we have any specials that are going on, whatever, you can actually pop any of those products into a starter kit and get even more value for money. The starter kit is honestly the best deal in the book, I am telling you. And not to mention that once you actually purchase that starter kit, you then get an ongoing discount of 20% off all your future orders until the day comes that you're not current, if you don't keep up the quarterly amounts. But you are guaranteed discount until the end of April 2025. No matter how little you spend, you are guaranteed that discount until the end of April 2025. Now, as I said, we're able to order out of this new catalog, and I'm going to show you the cover of the brand new mini catalog because I have it in my hot little hands. I've actually received my pre-order and I have it in my hot little hands. So you can actually get anything out of this brand new catalog in your starter kit today. When you join my Wild Heart Crafters team for $169. You get to choose $235 worth of product to whatever product you want to put into it. So you can actually put product in out of this January to April mini catalog, which is really, really awesome. Okay, now I have my upcoming December card buffet happening on the weekend. Now, if there is anyone, I will accept registrations today as the last cutoff day because I'm cutting the kits today. So if you are interested in coming and hanging out at my card buffet, then by all means, I'll just pop up the... there we go. So you can scan that QR code. It costs $50. You come here in the scenic rim and you create 8 gorgeous cards. I supply everything for you, all the inks, all the stamp sets, everything is cut for you, ready to go. All you need to do is stamp and assemble, and it costs $50. You get a light lunch. We do sandwiches and little mini quiches and things. And we also have slices and cakes and tea and coffee. And it is a great social morning. It's happening this Sunday from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. Today is the last day. If anyone really wants to come, I have, I think, 3 spots left. So if you really want to come, you need to scan that QR code or use the link in the show more box down below and actually register today for those 3 spots. Once those 3 spots are filled up, registration will automatically close, but it's going to automatically close at the end of business today. So if you're interested in coming and hanging out and being a part of that, then by all means, please make sure you scan that QR code and register. I have my February 2-day retreat happening on the 22nd and 23rd of February. It costs $220. You will get a stamp and die set out of this brand new mini catalog that I'm not going to show you in the catalog because I'm not allowed, but I'm going to show you the cover. So I will be using a bundle out of this mini catalog as part of our retreat in February, and you will have a great 2 days crafting. You can get it a retreat in a box, or you can come in person. And I can tell you, if you come in person, it is an awesome event. We have a great time, and anyone that has been to my retreats, my 2-day retreats, will actually put their hand up and say how much of a fun, awesome time they have. Hello, I've got a few more joining. Kay, I can see that you've joined. Debbie, lovely to see you. Who else we got? Sheila, welcome. Regina, lovely to see you. Welcome. Crystal, hey Crystal, lovely to see you jumping on. Margaret, Marilyn, welcome. Sheila from Kentucky, welcome. Lovely to see you. All right, let's get into business because that's all we need. Now, if you are from international and you want to support me in my business, I can't send any product overseas. But if you wanted to shout me a cup of coffee, you can scan that QR code and you can put any amount on that you want, and you can actually help me in my business if that's what you want to do. So you can scan that QR code there, because I know I have a lot of international people that say that they would love to buy from me. They would love to support me in my business and they're not able to. You can support me. I give you free content 5 days a week. So if you wanted to shout me a coffee for all that I do, then please make sure you scan that QR code there and shout me a coffee. So welcome. I can see a few of you more jumping on. Welcome, Colleen. Lovely to see you. Susan, Beryl, welcome. All right. So I want to show you what I have in my hot little hands, because it's pretty exciting. I have the brand new catalog. Don't you just love this cover? I think it's stunning. Look at the gorgeous flowers. I'm going to give you an up close look. Look at the gorgeous flowers on the front. Look at this. This is, honestly, it is a beautiful suite that's in here. It is a gorgeous suite. I will actually play with that in my upcoming videos, but it's absolutely a gorgeous suite. And I can tell you the color scheme is gorgeous. So we have the mini catalog that's going to go from January through to April 2025. I think it starts on the 7th of January. And we have our sale-a-bration brochure as well. So sale-a-bration, if you're brand new to Stampin' Up and you don't know what sale-a-bration is, for every $100 that you spend during the month of January and February, you will earn a free item out of this little mini catalog. So these are the only ones that we can get the free product out of. Jenna, you should get a free catalog. Every time we have a brand new catalog, when you're a part of Stampin' Up, they send you a complimentary copy. I've got this catalog because I actually bought catalogs for my customers. So I have actually purchased some catalogs. You can purchase them, but you will get one as a Stampin' Up demo. As being a part of Stampin' Up, you will get one complimentary catalog. I'm not sure when they're going to post them out. I have no idea when they're posting them out, but you will get one. Judith said that she had our Stampin' Up Christmas card making afternoon last Friday. You made 6 cards and the afternoon tea was provided. It was a fun afternoon. I'm sure your morning will be fun too. Well, Judith, that sounds like a wonderful time that you had. The beautiful part about being a part of Stampin' Up is that you get to be a part of a crafty community, which is really, really awesome. And that's, I think, the one major plus that I find about being a part of Stampin' Up is that you get to be a part of a great crafty community. So I have that mini catalog in my hands. If you're a customer and you want a catalog, you need to reach out to me and request a catalog from me. Because the catalog cost us money and it cost us to post them out, if you actually ask for a catalog, I will send one out for you free of charge. If you don't have a demonstrator that you're working with and you would like to get your hands on one of these catalogs, then by all means, please, I will actually have a link. I don't have a link just yet, but I will pop a link up in my next lot of videos. I'll have a link that you can sign up to my mailing list. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk to you about is the brand new course that Rose Ward and myself are actually doing together. And this is a brand new course that is the basic foundations of card making. So this is the kit that you will get if you register now. It's a rolling subscription. So it's a subscription that costs you $50 per month. And we will actually teach you the basic foundations of card making. So a lot of people sometimes say that they struggle with their card base cutting, their layers. They struggle with what type of glues to use. They struggle with how to use certain products. In this basic foundations of card making, we are going to reveal all. We are going to give you our tips and tricks that will help you with your creativity. It will help you with your card making and make you be a more efficient, more relaxed card maker. So we're starting off for the month of December. So if you register now, if you subscribe, you can scan that QR code there on the screen. It costs $50 per month. If you subscribe right now before the end of before the end of November, you will get December's kit. Now, December's kit is going to be the Joyful Images ephemera pack and these gorgeous gold dipped cards and envelopes. So that will be your products that will get supplied for the month of December. Now, what is included in this basic foundations of card making is you will get weekly inspiration from us, from Rose Ward and myself. You will get videos, you will get tips and tricks that were shared, you will get PDF tutorials of, you will get cutting instructions of our basic card bases and layers. We will teach you how to cut the layers perfectly each and every time. We will also teach you Australian size, and we will also teach you American size, because Rose will do the American size, I will do the Australian size. So for the first month, I've already had people subscribe already, and I'm overwhelmed by how many people have subscribed already, because I can tell you this is a course that you will absolutely love. And it's going to be an ongoing course that we're going to do we haven't decided on exactly how long we're going to do it for, but it will be an ongoing course until we feel that you are confident enough to know all the tips and tricks to actually make your card making so much easier and so much more relaxed, to have the basic knowledge of the foundations of card making. So the kit that you will get, as I said, will be the Joyful Ephemera Pack and the cards and envelopes, and we will show you great designs. You will also every month get a monthly Zoom craft along session. So that monthly Zoom craft along session, Rose will be creating a card, I will be creating a card, and you will be able to, with your kit that you get for the month, you'll be able to create along with us. So we want to provide a community where you feel safe, that you can ask questions, you can learn and grow with your card making. So you can scan the QR code there on the screen. I also have the link in the description of the video if you're not into scanning QR codes. But if you wanted to register from now until the end of November, so we only have 30 days, has September, April, June, and November. We only have 5 more days. So 5 more days to be able to get in and get December's kit, and it will automatically come out each month. So you don't have to worry about the payment. It will come out on that date every month. So what will actually happen is each month, when we've got the payments all in by the end of the previous month, as soon as we've got all the payments in from the end of the month, on the first of the next month, we will order your product, get it delivered to us, and then we will pack your kits and send them out to you. You are going to get an array of different things. We have talked about what we're going to supply each month. So you'll get an array of different things. If you are a brand new crafter, then this is the class to be in, I am telling you. So because you will basically build up your supplies to get you started in card making. So we are actually going to give you a kit of supplies each month for you to actually create some gorgeous cards. So as I said, the month of December, you'll be making some Christmas cards using that gorgeous kit. All right, so let's move on to what we're going to do today. So our weekly challenge. So we have a challenge that we do each week with our team. And the weekly challenge that we're doing is we're actually taking card sketches and creating some gorgeous cards using the card sketches that we have in the catalog. So our brand new annual catalog, Stampin' Up has supplied us with some card sketches. And our weekly challenge this week is to actually take one of those card sketches and create a gorgeous card with the card sketch layout. Now, I do have, I wonder, can I share? I've got that screenshot. I wonder, can I was just thinking how I could pop that up. Design there. Overlay here. We will share the sketch layout that I'm going to do today. And I will show you what we're going to create. So this is the card sketch layout. So I know it's not a very good picture, but this is the sketch layout that we're actually going to be using for today's card. And I'm going to show you how I can create a really easy, quick card using this sketch layout. So sometimes when you're struggling with how to actually create cards, where to start, what you're going to do. This is some of the things that we will be teaching in that basic foundations of card making. But you can start with a sketch layout. So I decided to show you. So that's the sketch layout that we're actually going to be using today. And I'll take that away now. And I've decided that I'm going to use the Christmas labels as my stamp set. So I'm going to use that. I'm probably going to use the dies in it as well. I'm going to use this gorgeous paper, which is our sentimental Christmas paper. So that's the paper I'm going to use. I'm going to use some of our gorgeous gold trim and some of our rhinestone embellishments. So I'm going to create a really quick, easy card. And this you can use with any designer series paper. And it's a very easy layout to do, but quite effective. So I actually didn't cut a piece for the front, so I'm going to have to do that later on. So I've, as you can see, this is this gorgeous paper. So it's got some really awesome patterns, has great patterns on the background that you can use. This one here is a great one for a Christmas layout. I reckon would be quite awesome. All right, so I've taken some of the patterns. So I've taken just one sheet of it, and I've decided to cut that for my pieces. Oops, for my pieces here on my card. So I've gone ahead and cut a card base. So my card base is my regular card base size. So I'm going to fold that in half and get organized. So let's pop that in half and fold it. Okay. Then I've got a piece of real red cardstock. I've also got a piece of basic white cardstock. And I'm just going to adhere those together because there's nothing that I actually have to do with those pieces. So I'm just going to adhere those together. Okay. Now, I've cut some real red strips, and I've also cut some strips of designer series paper. So I'm going to show you the pieces that I've got here. So I've got 3 strips of real red real red cardstock, and I've got to double check that. Okay. All right. So these are cut at 4.5 inches long by 1 inch wide. These strips of designer series paper, and I thought this looked really, really cute. Can you see how I've got the bows happening here? I thought that would look really cute lined up there like that. And then I thought I would do a stripy piece in the middle. Okay, so they're our 3 pieces that we're going to have lined up. So as I said, I've done these at 4.5 by 1 inch. So I've done these ones at 7/8 of an inch by 4 3/8 of an inch. So I've just taken 1/8 of an inch off. Now I also have a real red piece that is cut at 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches. So that's the real red piece there, cut at 2.5 by 3.5. And then I've got my insert layer, of course, which is cut at 5.5 by 3 3/4. I do need a piece of basic white cut for that front bit that I realized that I didn't cut. So I'm just going to cut that piece. I'm hoping this piece is going to be big enough. So we've got that at 2.5 by 3.5. So let's see if we can cut this down to 2 3/8 is great, and 3 3/8. Okay, so luckily I can just get it out of that piece. How fortunate was that? There we go. Okay, so 2 3/8 by 3 3/8. Okay, and then I have this scrap piece that I'm probably going to cut one of the labels out and pop a sentiment on. So as you can see, I've got the basic pieces for that sketch layout. So sometimes when you're struggling when it comes to card making, a sketch layout is a great way to go to actually just give you an idea to go with. Okay, so I'm now going to adhere those designer series paper layers on, and as you can see, they've got just that 1/16 of an inch border all the way around. And I tend to do my borders like that. You can do it like 1/4 of an inch smaller and you'll get a larger border on the way around, but it's totally up to you what your preference is. I just like a really nice fine border. I'm just going to adhere all of those on like that. All right, so we've got our 3 strips that we have designed for that front piece. I'm also going to adhere, actually no, you know what? I'm going to see what we have here as far as dies to see what we can cut out. I might just, oh, I know what I might do. Let's see if I can cut that out using that, which we can. So let's cut that out. And I might do a little bit of white embossing on this. We might not even use that. Okay, let's cut that out with our cut and emboss machine. So we'll pop that on. Now I'm going to cut that out of that layer because the white is going to cover it anyway. So it doesn't matter that the white, that we cut it out of this layer. This is conserving some cardstock. Okay. And we have this gorgeous label like that. Okay, so cute, cute label. All right, we'll move that out of the way. Now, I'll pop that in there. We will see what sentiment we want to pop on this. So we have, oh, I think we'll do Merry Christmas to You. That one looks really, really awesome. Let's do that one. Merry Christmas to You is going to fit on there. Can you see how that fits neatly on that die cut? How awesome is that? All right, so let's bring in our white embossing. So we still need that layer there because it's going to go in underneath this. All right, so let's bring in our embossing kit here. And that's white. And that. Okay. All right, so let's bring in those. All right, we will use our embossing buddy on our red. Now, the reason we do the embossing buddy is to make sure that there is no oil or anything on our cardstock, fingerprints, anything that might interfere with our embossing. We don't want our embossing to stick to anything that we don't want it to. All right, so let's grab our Versamark ink and we will ink that up in Versamark. We will stamp that down on that label like that. Okay. Then, of course, we can pick up our label with our tweezers like so. We can take the lid off our white and sprinkle some white over the top of that. Now, it's really important when you're embossing with white. I'm pretty lucky. There's nothing on there anywhere where it shouldn't be. But if you've got specks of white that you don't want it to, you want to remove them. If they're somewhere where they shouldn't be, you want to remove them before you start to heat emboss. Because as soon as you heat emboss, they're going to be stuck there forever, okay? So we're going to, I like to heat from underneath when I do my embossing. The reason being, for one, I don't like to blow the embossing powder around anywhere, so I like to be able to heat from underneath. And there we go, you can see it's starting to turn there. So the trick to embossing is to make sure that you heat it enough that it melts the powder into that Versamark ink, but you don't overheat it. If you're finding that your embossing is getting very matte looking and not looking shiny like it should, it means that you are overheating your embossing. People struggle with embossing. Now that embossing should look nice and shiny. So what you do is when you see when the embossing powder is, when it's bubbling, it starts to bubble. As soon as you see it start to bubble, it'll then, after it bubbles, it'll smooth out. Once it starts to smooth out, that's the time to stop embossing. That's the time to say you've heated it enough for the simple fact that you don't want to overheat it, because when you overheat it, it burns the embossing powder and it ends up making a really matte look. Is there anyone in the comments, is there anyone that has had that issue before with their embossing? Are you having trouble with it looking very matte and dull? All right, so we are going to take these gorgeous strips, and the way that I like to line up, when you've got 3 of something, I like to line up the whole 3 on here, and I like to glue the outside 2 first. Now, the reason why I like to glue the outside 2 first is to give you an even gap between the 2 pieces on the middle. If you start from one side, you may put them too close together, and then you might find that it looks very uneven on the front of your cards. So the trick to being able to adhere these correctly is to make sure that you glue the 2 outside ones first, and then line your middle one up in the middle to make it look nice and even. So I'm actually going to, I'm going to glue these straight down, and then I will actually pop up the sentiment. So I'm just going to glue that one down here first. So once I get the look that I want, I think, yep, that's a great looking gap that I want to get there. I'm going to line that one up there. Then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put the even gap. Now, I just eyeball it. You can measure it if you want, but I'm the type of person, I like to just eyeball what I do and line them up. So I'm just going to look at that. That looks pretty even. The top and the bottom look pretty even. I'm going to push it out a little bit to the outside, and that looks pretty good there like that. Okay, so that's what I do. I physically just eyeball it, get it to look nice and even, top and bottom, and you'll see you've got that bit of wiggle room. You'll be able to see that you've got that even border. Then you can pop your middle one in, and it just will give you that even gap between the 2. Where, as I said, if you go along and see, I'm able to wiggle that and get the gap to be nice and even on both sides. And because you've got that wiggle room with your glue, you have trouble with white embossing. Now, my suggestion, Sheila, too, is to have a separate tray for your white embossing than any other embossing powder. The reason being, as soon as you use your tray, and if you've used it with gold, you've used it with silver, and especially if you've used it with black, sometimes flecks of other color can go into your embossing powder, and you don't want that to happen to contaminate your powder. So either definitely clean out your embossing additions tool tray very well, or if you don't do that, physically, my attitude is to definitely have a separate tray. All right, so I'm going to adhere this one to this, and I'm going to pop that up. So that's going to go onto that real red layer. Okay, I'm going to pop that up with some dimensionals. I even got time to do my fingernails yesterday as well. I had a couple of fingernails that were breaking, and I was thinking, I've got such a busy week leading up this week. Do I have time? And then when I had my visitors, I said, do you mind if I do my fingernails while we're sitting here? And they said, no, that's fine. So I decided to do my fingernails while I had my visitors. All right, so I've just used my handy dandy take your pick tool to remove those backings so that you don't have the backings everywhere. And when you use them, they all end up in one bunch, and then you can pop them into your garbage bin, which is a really handy tip. All right, so I'm now going to adhere that just right smack bang in the middle of those 3 layers. Okay, popped up. I'm going to add some dimensionals on the back of this one as well. So for this one, I would add dimensionals on all 3 parts of that swirly label for the simple fact that it has some little bits and pieces that are sort of cut out that give you the gaps, but it's I think you need to definitely pop up all 3 sections. So we have that one all organized, ready to go here. I'll do it like that. And then, of course, what I'm going to do to finish that off, you all know me, we have to have a bow. So I'm just going to grab my gold ribbon. Now, this is the silver and the gold ribbon combo that we have that's in our catalog. It is fantastic. Well, actually, I think it might be in online exclusives, actually. But this is a staple in my craft room. I use this absolutely all the time. It is such a great ribbon combo. So you get the silver and you get the gold in the pack. It's a great ribbon combo to use with any of your crafting, because I can tell you you'll be set to do your Christmas crafting. I'm going to pop it just there. And my glue dots aren't in my craft room, so I've just used a little bit of Seal Plus. So we've got that. Of course, now we need to do the inside. I might do the inside. I'm going to stamp the inside with this stamp here. Hope your season is filled with magic. So let's do that one. And I think I'm going to use a different color here. Let's do a little bit of Pretty Peacock. She says, oh, there it is there. I was going to say, she says, we'll do Pretty Peacock, but where is it? It's here. All right, so I'm just going to ink that up. And in Pretty Peacock, I'm going to stamp that. Oh, and I haven't used this stamp before. I need to smoosh it on some paper. Hang on. Haven't used the stamp yet, so I'm going to smoosh it. And that just gives you, it takes off that coating that that may have happened in the factory. And there we go. Hope your season is magic, filled with magic. Awesome. Now you could possibly, if you had a strip of that designer series paper left, you could possibly do a little strip across the bottom, like so, which I might do that. So let's, or do I want to do that? Which way do I want to do it? Do I want to have the stripy side or do I want to have the flowery side? Type it into the comments. You don't have a tray, you use copy paper each time. Yeah, we'll do this with copy paper each time. You don't have the worry of contaminating your powder because you're using a different piece each time. So do I do it with the flower side up or do I do it with the stripy side? So Deborah's saying flower side. Bow and wink. So Card Craze is saying you can use a coffee filter or drip coffee pots. You can reuse it for the same color each time. There we go. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Okay, flowers. 1, 2, 3. Flowers got it. Yep, flowers got it. Sorry, flowers have got it, people. All right, so I'm just going to use some Seal Plus on that one. We will add that just there and trim off the excess. And we will adhere that to the inside of our card. So a bit of liquid glue, pop that on the inside. Liquid glue gives us room to wiggle that around and get that layer exactly where we want it to be. The front layer, I'm going to add liquid glue because we've got those sentiments popped up and that layer popped up. So I'm just going to add the liquid glue and adhere to the front. And then, of course, a little bit of bling because the card always needs a bit of bling. So we're just going to use our basic rhinestones here. And I'm going to add a couple just here. and a few sprinkled around there, there, and possibly over there. And then a spritzing of our Wink of Stella. Little spritzing of Wink of Stella, which always adds bling and shine to every card. And as you know, you've not yet tried the flicking with the Wink of Stella. You don't damage the brush. You physically don't, I can tell you, because you're flicking the same direction all the time. As long as you're not flicking backwards and forwards, I only flick the same direction all the time and you won't damage your brush. So there you go. That was for our weekly card challenge that we have in our team page. So for any of the team members that are here, that are on, it's a really easy card to do. For anyone that is a beginner card maker, it's a really easy card to do. And for anyone that just wants to create a gorgeous card for their Christmas cards, it's not a hard Christmas card to make. So there you go. And just by adding a few embellishments and popping it up just takes it to a whole new level. So even if you're brand new to card making, other than the die, and you don't actually have to have the die, and you don't actually have to do heat embossing, you could have just stamped Merry Christmas to You on that white piece on the middle and not had that popped up piece. But very easy, very quick card. So that is for the weekly challenge in the team. So I'm actually going to go and post my picture in the team page now, and I'm going to say I'm joining in the weekly challenge, because normally I don't. So I thought to myself, well, why not? Like, it was a lovely idea. I love using card sketches. Card sketches are definitely an easy way of creating a layout for you. And then all you've got to do is choose your designer series paper and the stamp set that you're going to use. And your designer series paper tells you the colors anyway. So really, really easy. So if you're stuck for creativity and you're thinking, where do I start? Try a sketch layout. Like, that was a simple layout with 3 strips of designer series paper and a rectangle on the front. And it can look so different in so many different ways. And you can totally embellish it a totally different way as well, but very easy to do. So if you're in my team, please make sure that you participate in the team challenge. You've got until the 27th, 26th or 27th, I think it is. No, it's until the 28th, maybe. I don't know. You've got a few days. So get there, create a card this afternoon and post it in the team page. I'd love to see how many people can create a really easy Christmas card like that. And it's one Christmas card you've got created. So thanks, everyone, for hanging out with me today. As I said, remember that if you want to earn your kit for free by shopping online using my host code, until I'm going to do it until Thursday's date, which is Thursday will be the 28th. So midnight on Thursday for all the orders that are over $100, $150 or more during the 11th through to the 28th of November, you will earn yourself a free kit of the 12 projects that I am creating in the Santa's workshop. So I've got 2 more to go. Today was day 10. I've got 2 more to go. It's raining in Wodonga. Really? Good day to make the card, Jill. Make it and upload the picture. Share the picture in the event in the team page. I want to see how many people can create a gorgeous card in our team this month. It'll be exciting to see how many people, this week, how many people will participate. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out with me. As I said, if you want to purchase the starter kit and be a part of our crafty community. Our team is awesome. We are a bunch of people all over Australia. It doesn't matter where you live. We all get together in our team page. Please make sure if you are thinking about, if you've been sitting on the fence and you've been thinking, do I want to join Stampin' Up? You can wholly and solely join just to get the discount, which is what I think 99.8% of my team do. But I can honestly tell you it is a great way to buy your crafty products. It could be a good Christmas present. Tell one of your kids that you want the joining money to join Stampin' Up as a Christmas present. You never know. Okay, thanks for hanging out with me. I will see you all again tomorrow.